What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning back in, new and old subscribers. And if you're just now clicking on one of my videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button along with that bell that you see there. That way you receive all the notifications for all my future videos. So, this topic this evening, I'm sorry I'm so late also, for those of you guys who are used to me going earlier. But this topic is basically what someone emailed it to me, and I hear it a lot from some women who seem to be confused about when a man is actually interested in them, or how do they tell if a dude is serious about them, or is he just playing games, and with this it's kind of weird because sometimes you hear the term being thrown around by some women calling men thirsty, and they're quick to call a man thirsty. What's up, Deborah? Or saying that, something as simple as, being chivalrous to a woman can, be taken the wrong way, and, you know, that this man he wants to, take me to bed just by him speaking to you or holding a door for you or something like that. So, I just wanted to get into it, like I said, and basically, I don't think it's really too difficult. But if you do have some men who give out mixed signals and stuff like that, when it comes to the whole, I guess, courting process or taking someone serious, and you can tell right off, basically within that first conversation that you have with a guy, if he's serious with you or not, or if he's really interested in you. And when I say interested, I guess I'm talking in the matter of being interested in you for something other than sex. I guess that's mainly what women want to know: is he interested in me for something other than sex? Does he like my company? Does he like this and this? um when you first meet someone, when a man first meets you, he's gonna be is basically going off of, especially if he doesn't know you from a hole in the wall, he's just meeting you out the street and asking you out. It's obviously gonna be a sexual attraction off top. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's just what it is. Uh, it's a sexual attraction off top when he addresses you, and anything else, you can't pretend that you don't know. But it's not that is all that a man is looking for. I'm drinking Pepsi Max tonight, or Pepsi Zero tonight. He asked me what I was drinking, so. But a man is gonna get to know you. You can tell right off. If a man is talking about having sex with you the first night he meets you, then obviously a lot of times you can't take that guy seriously. You know what I'm saying? If within the conversation that night, and this is just me speaking, how I would advise my daughter as she gets early. If he's already talking about y'all like my shirt too, not to get off the topic, but if he's already talking about when is he gonna this is will sound like simping too. Shit. When is he gonna come over? When you gonna come over to his house? When are y'all gonna do this and this? You know, a red flag should go off. But if you have a man, which they can be hidden motives also, if he's being respectful, you know what I'm saying, you guys go out on a date, obviously there may be sexual chemistry there, whatever, that's cool, and there's no pressure, and then he still is trying to what's up, Doug? He's still trying to converse with you. He's still trying to, text you, check in on you, even though he really doesn't care for the most part how your day is going. He's still gonna at least show that he cares via text or call you. You know what I'm saying? To take the time out to do that. So it's not like it's, it's kind of a women know who they're going to give it to regardless. Yeah, but we must not play the game. She said women know who they're going to give it to regardless. This is true because we are all sexual creatures at the end of the day. You know who you're, sexually attracted to when you first see that person. conversations to do that. You know what I mean? So this man, like I said, he's going to continue to show that he's interested in you. Not saying, you got some guys that's persistent. It could take, he's willing to wait this whole crazy Steve Harvey BS 90-day stuff like that. That's unrealistic, folks. So let's just get that out the way. Not that that doesn't happen with some people who are respectful, but it's all based upon how the relationship is. There's nothing wrong, which I wanted to do. There's a video I wanted to do on that, so I don't want to cover too much on it. About that question is being asked. How long should a woman wait before she actually has sex with a guy, whatever that does. But that's a different video. So this guy who's showing genuine interest in you, and the leverage a lot of times that even though a woman may be sexually attracted to a man, she has that leverage of sex being if she does have sex with this man, he will lose all interest in her after that, and that's not necessarily true. So, but that's definitely what comes up, i.e. when you do become sexual intimate with this man, which has happened to me, where a woman will ask, are you going, even in your 30s, a woman will ask, are you going to call me afterwards? Because obviously this is what's going on in her mind prior, to you guys actually being intimate. So, like I said, you can, which some women do have bad judgment, some men have bad judgment. You can kind of gauge, for the most part, if this dude is gonna, if he's taking you seriously, or if he's to be taken serious, based on how he conducts himself. You need to do. You can do some quick history on this guy, his relationships. How is this guy living? Does he take himself seriously? Because a lot of women will date a man or try to deal with a man who doesn't even take himself seriously. So how do you expect the man to take you seriously that doesn't even take himself seriously? But not all women, but many women get caught up in that, of the whole face, the swagger, all that stuff like that, and this guy at the end of the day doesn't even take himself seriously. Miss Mackey said, I think if you are concerned about getting a call, you may need to slow down and practice more discretion. This is true, but I guess it's, for some of you women, there's like an internal battle where you're fighting yourself, the whole the flesh is weak thing, but I don't want to come off this way. I always say everyone's grown. Okay, you're an adult, you're going to make an adult decision. If not, the same thing, it goes back to mode one. You should ask this man, if he doesn't come out, what his intentions are. Not that he won't be able to lie, but a lot of times you can just gauge this man based upon how he lives his life, as if you gotten to know him well enough. And if he takes himself seriously. She calling me cousin? How can you tell if a man, how can you tell, she's Dina Jones asked me, how can you tell if a man takes himself serious? You can tell if a man takes himself serious by the way he carries himself, what he does for a living, how he talks to you, how he dresses. Yeah, you my cousin. Interesting. We'll have to. Dina Jones. She said we cousins. Anyway, we'll get to that later. But yeah, how this man dresses. Does he have kids? How does he treat his kids? Does he have any baby mamas? Where does he work at? You know what I'm saying? This is how you can tell if a man takes himself seriously. How he converses with you, how he his hygiene, you know what I'm saying? Is a guy with 3 baby mamas can be trusted? Why not? I got 2 baby mamas. I don't have 3. Here's the thing about trust. You need to follow with their intuition. Most women can feel the BS. Here's the thing about trust, right? you can ask anyone, can I trust you? And anyone can say yes. That's why when a woman asks me, can she trust me? I tell her straight up, and I've said this since I've been like 17 years old. I, I said this at an early age. You're asking me this question, but I can tell you anything. I can tell you, you can trust me, but I said that's just for you to find out. You know what I'm saying? This is just something you're going to have to find out eventually. Whereas where that chance come in, but like Miss Mackey said, you can kind of detect that unless you just letting your feelings or your lust override your judgment at the end of the day. And let's get the likes up if you're just now getting in the chat. I know it's kind of late in the evening, but it doesn't cost you anything. Go to hit that like button. But these guys, it's women sometimes they make it seem like it's so hard to read a man. You know. Now if he's sending now that's different if a man is sending you mixed signals, but like I said, it goes back to, is he taking himself seriously? Okay, how often is this man communicating with you? Does he make an effort to communicate with you? Does he make an effort to see you? Does he make an effort to take you out? All these other things. Does he make an effort to check in on you, to see how things are going, to show you that he cares about you? We can get in all that buying roses and dinner and all that stuff like that. Does he do any of this stuff? So if he's not doing any of that stuff, the bell should go off in your head. Well, maybe this guy doesn't care about my ass, and you sitting there trying to rationalize. Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. You know, but that's one thing. The maturity of the maturity of a man is not age thing. Also, he just mentioned maturity. He didn't say the age, but I get what you're saying. It's based on the maturity of the man, because you got guys in their 40s, from what I hear, from what women tell me, dealing with guys in their 40s, and these dudes in their 40s still act like kids. And I came to realize when I became an adult, I thought once you became an adult, it was like a magic switch, which once you become grown, you came to this knowledge and this maturity, but that's not actually the way it works. That goes for women too. Men and women, you still conduct yourself like doing petty stuff and like a child. But the ways to tell is, I think people tend to realize, but people just don't want to see the signs sometimes about who they're dealing with, because you may get, as a woman, you may be just longing for just some companionship, just for that person just to be there. And you may go and talk to your girlfriends, your mom, or your cousins and all this about, how this person is, and, you may be soliciting advice or, seeking advice, but you just want somebody to talk to, and if somebody gives you advice, you still don't want to take it. You just want to have somebody to talk to, because you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, right? That's normally how it goes. That's what I've noticed. You know what I'm saying? So, some women, if you're not, what I've noticed with some women, what they've said, if you're not forward enough when you first meet them, they think that you're not interested. If you're not forward enough, and you may think that you're being forward with her, or expressing your intentions with her, but with some women, you just have to be blunt. And once again, like I said, it goes back to mode 1. To express, or either you're expressing. Now, I'm speaking from a man's point of view to the men now. But as far as a woman, just ask the man. I know you feel like you might be going out of pocket, but in order to not waste any time, just ask the man. Like I said before, what are you trying to do here? Are you really interested in me? What is this? What are we doing here? And the women in their 40s, that what I've come across, they tend to ask that quickly. They'll be like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? What are you trying to do? Is this a game? What's the goal? She says, how long does it take before you know if he or she is for you? Some people can act or front. If they're for you, you mean in a sense of, is this going to be your partner, or you mean is this someone that you're going to date as far as for you? Because if you're speaking in terms of somebody being for you, you can see the signs of someone who's obviously a user or soulmates. I don't know if she's talking about soulmates. I'll wait for her to answer. But if someone is for you, like I said, if this person, even after intimacy, if this person has their stuff together, if they're a good character, they take themselves seriously, and they're not looking to be to date a good friend. Yeah, if this person, like I said, if they take themselves seriously, they don't look like they appear to be a dependent, or they're trying to use you, or they're have one particular purpose in mind, and they genuinely care about your well-being, which is hard to determine. But if it appears that they care about your well-being, then I would say that person, for outside looking in, is for you. If this person actually makes time, because people can be doing other things. People make time for who they want to make time for. This goes for anyone, no matter how busy someone says they are. If someone makes time to, either be with you, spend any kind of time with you and show you that, then I would say that person is for you, as long as they're not showing signs of, using you, i.e. needing you to pay a bill, or always needing some place to stay, borrow your car, have you put them on on your car insurance and all kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's if you're dealing with somebody who's got their stuff together. If you're not dealing with someone who doesn't have their stuff together, that's completely different. That's why you have to do, when you initially meet somebody, you have to do that initial homework, other than this being a handsome man. You know what I'm saying? Him being a handsome man that that may have it going on the outside. It has to be deeper than that. If you're really considering something serious, I know women put guys in a friend zone because that's the Tyrone effect. That's my opinion on the friend zone, because they already have a Tyrone they're dealing with. That's why they put guys in a friend zone, if you want to call it that. But guys who stay in the friend zone are, and once again, it goes back to, I don't believe that men and women can be platonic friends. So any guy who's placed in the friend zone is because he wants to be in the friend zone, hoping that one day, which is a form of simphood, hoping that one day he can be intimate with this woman, because I don't see any other reason for a man and woman that's not related to be platonic friends. That's just my opinion. I did a video, which I'll probably link that video on here after this video uploads. But there's no, in my estimation, any man who's trying to actively be your friend, he desires you sexually, in my opinion. That's just me. Because there's no other, and I think a lot of women know this too, but they try to pretend that they don't, especially if you're talking to a guy and you're wondering in the back of your mind, why hasn't this guy come on to me yet? Why hasn't he tried anything with me yet? He's either gay or something else, or he's trying to get something from you. But any man who stays in this friend zone that people talk about is because he's hoping to one day get out, which isn't going to happen. It doesn't work like that. So that's just something, which is a good point he just brought up. Something for you women to consider, if you didn't know that. But I think a lot of y'all know that. These men who are trying to do that. Yeah, which is basically what I just said, Ms. Jones. Men won't put women in a friend zone. Men will put, let me rephrase that, okay? Men will put men will put women in a friend zone if they're using them, which is generally either which is the Tyrone effect in that aspect too, is that he'll use her for something. He'll either use her for sex when he wants to, or he'll use her. It's basically a user. That's only, in my estimation, A man will friend zone a woman because he can do that and she allows him to, you know, but he's gonna need something from her, either, borrow her car, get sex every now and then, and he'll just keep. That's where the mixed signal, or sometimes it's not mixed signal. Sometimes the dude to tell the woman straight up, I don't have any plans of having a relationship with you. This is not. This is, I just want sex from you, or I'll come by every now and then. But some don't, and some just put out the whole mixed signal thing where they'll, get what they want and they're out. Maybe the next week call you again, have some pillow talk with you once they went over, during sex and all that. Yeah, they are. I'm not saying all men are like this. I'm just giving an illustration here. There are men who have morals and principles. There are holy rollers, I guess, who will wait and do all this stuff, but uh, I don't know. I haven't met them yet. If a man isn't attracted to the female, then he won't desire her sexually. Yeah. Any man who's attracted to a woman, that's automatic. If you're attracted to a woman, that's how a man is. But I had this conversation before that a woman's not. It's not the same with a woman. Just because a woman, which I find that hard to believe, just because a woman finds a man attractive doesn't mean that she's sexually attracted to him. But my good friend Miss Marie Therese, she said that that's not true. She said if a woman is attracted to a man, that also means that she's sexually attracted to a man also. But this is a man brain. The way a man's brain functions is attraction equals sexual attraction. And any man who says otherwise is a liar. So whether you're a holy roller, fortune cookie quoter, whatever you want to call it, But keep in mind, ladies, that prior to getting to know you, a man's desire of you is sexual in nature. That's why he will approach you, because obviously he's sexually attracted to you. And this shouldn't be something that is not to be taken like, oh, he's a dog, but that's just how it is. Because what else is he going off of? Unless he, you can't say that he's attracted to your college degree or your master's, or, stuff like that. So this is just something. It doesn't make him a bad person, but that's just what it is. And I think we all know this, but we just pretend that we don't. But that's in a nutshell. I didn't intend for this video to be that long, but that is said it about a man. What is it? I saw a meme a while ago. You're coming in late, Michael White. I already said all of that. That you can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats you, and women were sharing this meme like it was like some profound thing to say, and I'm like, of course you can tell a lot about a man by the way he treats you is the way he feels about you. Of course, the way he treats you is the way he feels about you. But that's so simple. But they were sharing this whole, message like it was so profound, But that is the truth. I mean, but some women, you have guys who are really trying to date you, who are really trying to take you out, really trying to show you, a good time, really trying to win you over. But a lot of times, you don't want those guys. You don't want those guys who are taking you seriously and you're not taking them seriously, because you may not be attracted to him, or you may just you might just be stuck on some other guy that you hope comes around. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you might have a few guys who are really trying to date you and be with you and all this other things like that. That may have their stuff together, but he's just not He's just not your cup of tea. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately you know who is really for you. As much as you say you don't understand, I think that you know who's really for you. You know, open doors and stuff like that. I just seen your statement about men and morals, or as the old fashioned. You got men that do that. You have men who do all of that. Open the whole chivalrous thing, practicing chivalry. You know, doing all of that. But sometimes I'll hear the whole thing about women will say, "Well, he's just too nice." You know, he's just. I need a bad boy. Like Minister Jap says, uh, every woman wants a bad boy or a man with edge up until he puts his hands on her. You want a bad boy and a man with some edge to him up until he puts his hands on you, you know, which is crazy, but you know, I guess in some instances that's how it is, you know. It's weird. So, it's quite simple. I think I hit it on the head. You know, you hate bad boys. This is how it goes. You like bad boys up until you're in your 40s and you realize they ain't shit. Then when you're in your 40s or late 30s, then you want a nerd. I believe that people should not be stuck in this patriarchal mindset and having specific roles, specific birth genders, which makes me non-traditional. Specific birth genders? Oh, so you're a super liberal. Okay. Stuck in this patriarchal mindset and having specific roles for specific birth genders. Yeah, you're a super liberal, super non-traditional because you don't even. I guess you don't care about boys and girls, and you say boys and girls can choose and all that other good stuff. Okay. Nerds can be alphas too. They can. Having all women, she says, I've never dated bad boys. I've dated narcissists. Haven't all women dated narcissists? You know, every woman. It seems like every woman that I've ran across, they said they dated a narcissist. They either dated a narcissist or a man who put their hands on them. You know, a controlling. He's a narcissist. He's controlling. He does this, this, and this. That narcissism goes deep. You know, it goes really deep. But I guess it's hard. It's hard being having to you know, be a woman and fight these mental battles in your head about who's right for you, and you don't want to add another number to your body count and all this. You know what I'm saying? And having to sort through all these. Damn. Yeah. What if men valued themselves like that? Introverted alpha. I'm an introverted alpha. No, I wouldn't call myself. I'm sitting up here talking that. Nah, I don't like using. Even though I make videos about that alpha and beta stuff, I don't really even subscribe to that mess. The man I date now is an alpha nerd based on his profession. Damn. Nerd. I wonder what qualifies as a nerd. Just because I like to hear y'all definition of a nerd. You know, I'm interested in hearing that. What exactly makes a nerd? Is it because someone doesn't speak with colloquialisms? Because he speaks proper? Because he has a college degree? What makes someone a nerd? Because they read comics, they wear glasses. Some girls will throw on some glasses and call themselves a nerd. You know. But I would like to hear that definition of what it is that y'all consider to be a nerd. Does he read comic books? He watches Jeopardy? What? Because I do all that. I, I don't think I'm a nerd, but I like to hear. I like to hear. I'm waiting for them to respond. These ladies who say they was dating nerds and all that stuff like that. What's y'all definition? Mo B, what's your definition? What's your definition of a nerd? The chat. Why has the chat got quiet all of a sudden? Y'all talking about all these women dating nerds, and y'all got all quiet and shit. Y'all got quiet like real quick. Nerds. If you're talking about the engineers, the builders, if you're talking about that, he's saying nerds is what makes society better. Nerds is just a slang term. The guy I date is smart as hell. He's a doctor. He's always been called a nerd. There's really no such thing as a nerd. Okay, I got you. You know, because if you're saying being smart, I guess that's subjective though. Or is being smart objective? Or is it based upon your what you do for a living? Is that what makes you a nerd? You know, my nerd, he's an intellectual, not necessarily trying to dress flashy. Hell, I get called nerd. You say I oscillate between alpha and sigma. Hmm. Like I said, I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. You know, I just say what I say, and I just stick by it. You know. She said I'm answering your question. Yeah, I know you was answering my question. She said, "Why am I her YouTube cousin?" We're YouTube cousins. Okay, I got you. But now that I have a better understanding, now hopefully you guys can make some better decisions out there. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. You know what I mean? Intellect doesn't, because I have no college degree. And I think that I would like to say, not being pretentious, I like to say that I'm pretty intelligent. And I don't have a college degree. You know. I personally love a smart man and refuse to date ignorant men. A yes boy. Nerds not caught up in the fighting. I'm a thug image. Thugs are cool. Thugs are cool till you realize they can't do nothing at the end of the day. Not do too much for you. You know. Absolutely. Absolutely. A yes boy. A yes boy is a simp. We're getting into simps and nerds and all this other stuff, but you know, that's cool too. But yeah, back to what I was saying, that use your intellect when dating, getting ready for marriage, choosing who it is that you feel to be a proper suitor. And don't be afraid to ask, like these women in their 40s, what are you trying to do? What are we doing here? What is your goal? Don't be afraid to ask the man that. What is it, you know, what are we doing here? What do you want? Don't be afraid to ask that. Or like I always say, men and women, when you meet someone or someone's trying to talk to you and someone's trying to address you, or basically is trying to get your number or whatever, you just ask them how are they going to make you a better person? How are you going to improve my life, and how are you going to make a better person? You know, I asked a woman that I think I told y'all about that on another video, that jumped in my inbox. She was in her 40s. You know, I asked her, I said, how are you going to make me a better person? You know? No, not a yes boy, a nerd, ambition. A nerd ambitions, but not obsessed with ambition for money, but for intellectual fulfillment. How about ambitions for a better quality of life? That's what I'm about. Ambition, and that's for man and woman. Ambition to have a better quality of life in a relationship. Intellectual fulfillment, all this sapiosexual stuff we talking about. You talking about ambition? That needs to be asked within 30 days. What I just said, I think that needs to be asked in the first day, not 30 days. How are you gonna make me a better person if that's what you're talking about? But from my experience, if I go in, have sex right away, the woman will want a relationship. But if I try to take the time to get to know the woman, it doesn't work. Well, I had a woman tell me, she said, once we have sex, we go together. We in a relationship. That's how y'all, ain't that's the truth, ladies? Ain't that's how it go? Once we have sex, we in a relationship, baby. You know what I mean? Yo, ma versus hi, how are you? I'm gonna do a video on that, on how to approach women. No, I am gonna do that though. We gonna make it real short and simple. If they don't like it, just walk off. Met a ton of men with a degree and they dumb as hell. True. That's been your problem. You don't ask what are we doing. You gotta ask them straight up. Ask them straight up. I don't know if you're in your 40s, Connie, but you gotta ask them straight up. We ain't got time for that. Yeah, degrees don't mean nothing. Degree just means you can sit down and just repeat the information that they give to you in a classroom environment. That's all a degree is. Nerds are not dumps. No sex doesn't equal relationship. Oh, you're in your 40s? Oh, okay. Then you shouldn't have no problem asking that now. What are you waiting for? To your 60s to ask what are we doing? That's if you live to see it. No offense. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask now. You can't be waiting till your 60s to be like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. There are plenty of women who boast about their education, but they're extremely ignorant, stubborn, and illogical. Damn. Not ignorant, stubborn, and illogical. That piece of paper, especially in Western society, that piece of paper doesn't mean anything. You know, it's cool and all that, but yeah, it does not equal intelligence. A lot of that stuff is forgotten, and you rack up the bills. So, but yeah, guys, I don't want to make this video too damn long, man. I be getting on here talking, and the playback, when people go to watch, I know it's about you guys on here now, not the people that's watching later. Whoever's gonna watch it will watch it. But you know, these are just my unsolicited thoughts. Well, they're not unsolicited because someone did ask me the question. And I've been asked this before, so I figured I'd just give my opinion on it and answer it. And hopefully this helps someone. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to ask, but the average woman is sometimes afraid to ask for fear. Yeah, they are afraid to ask the man for fear that it may drive him away. But if you're talking to an adult male, it shouldn't drive. If you're talking to a grown ass man and you ask him this question, I don't see how it would drive him away. You know what I mean? Especially if you're talking to a man. If a woman asks me that, I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm trying to do. You know, it should be like that, okay? But that's just or is that from fear that another man may not come along to date you? Is that you have a fear of driving this man away? If this guy was really interested in you, why should that bother anyone other than a man who doesn't have? That's why I say you should ask that question. Why should it would only bother someone who's not mature? Who I mean, it's because if you're talking to an adult male, you know, And I say that like that. If you're talking to an adult male and you're asking him this question, and he's not about playing games, then he should have no problem answering that question. But if that fear is what's causing you not to ask, then you're gonna get by omission, what you don't want. You have to ask these questions. You know, you have to ask these questions, and you're gonna get what you don't want. She said, "What about cougars?" What do you mean? What about cougars? I don't understand. Cougars what? Cougars dating cougars? Cougars asking questions? What? Some men and women don't ever mature to become actual adults. What about cougars and cradle snatchers? What about them? I don't understand. What? Wake the hell up! What's happening? Cougars and cradle snatchers? You're asking what's my opinion on them or dating them or what? What? I asked for lab work and all. Okay, yeah, that's now. See, that's I think now I know you're being facetious by asking that. I'm assuming you're talking about asking for lab work. You know, what's a cougar looking for in a relationship? I think I think a cougar is looking for a man that's gonna compliment her and call her beautiful, that she can spend time with. Somebody she can cook for, because I tend to see that they desire younger men. Obviously, they're a cougar, no shit, but they're looking for a man that's attractive, but also at the same time, kind of like the maturity level of like a, almost like they can raise a child at the same time, but they can. It's kind of weird. I don't want to say it like that, but it's an attractive man that's younger, full of vigor. They can be have an intimate relationship with them, but also they feel that they are mentally superior or mentally more mature mentally than this person, and hence this person will be treated like a child in that same sense. So I guess they get that feeling of that motherly feeling over this person, even though they're in an intimate relationship with it. It's real weird, you know. Most of the dudes that try to be with me are 17 to 35, younger than me. How old are you, Dina Jones? She said 17 to 35. I want to know. How old are you, cousin? What are you talking about? Cougars are looking for sex. I had my fair share. That is basically what I'm saying. They are looking for sex. You know, obviously from a younger man. You know, 27-year-old with a 50-year-old woman. Why wouldn't you want to know someone's status once you decide to enter a relationship? We can get tested together. My life is not to be played with. I hear you, but on the first date, you want to see the lab results. Thug in persona, but simp in action. But I was having a conversation back to this cougar thing. I'm still waiting for Miss Jones to say how old she is. But I was told because I think on another live stream we was talking about women post menopause or something like that, and the whole conversation went that the peak or women's libido once they get post menopause or older, it shoots up, it goes up or whatever, and I'm just like, really? And I know a few of the ladies in here was saying yes, it is true, it doesn't go away, at least for you know Some older women be looking good. I'm hearing from cats who deal with them. Um, but I was told I was having a conversation with a coworker, and he was saying something about the fact that you're no longer being having sex to reproduce. You know, as far as being post menopause, it's just sex for pleasure at that point. Maybe based upon the way the body has changed or whatever. She put the works on him. Oh, she doesn't want to tell her age. She says she's over 35. You know, younger than her. I'm assuming. I'm guessing she's gonna she's gonna tell her age. I know you're gonna say how old you are, Miss Jones. No, I asked your age, Dina. Are you a simp? I give you one more chance. I don't know. You tell me if I'm a simp. I give you one more chance, then you'll be getting the boot here for asking a dumb question like that. I'm a to answer your question, I'm a reformed simp. You know, but I do simp things from time to time. But I'm a reformed simp, which I'm coming out with them T-shirts too. Don't steal my idea. The reformed simp shirts, but he got to be a simp and wanting a 50-year-old to mother him, and then he fronts a thug persona to society. Oh, yeah. So I guess it's a secret, you know. It's not important anyway. I guess. I guess it would have been to make a point whether she's a traditionalist or not. Yeah, I'm coming out with those shirts, Michael. You know what I'm saying? I already got it trademarked anyway, so anybody trying to steal it, I got your ass. Just speak love, them want to know. Yeah. But it's cool. But damn man, I got up here talking all this time. It's been this has been a good chat, folks. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys, if you're just now joining the chat, go ahead and hit the like button. You know, it helps to promote the video. Yeah, this is a 2X. This is a 2X I got on right now. You know, I'm sitting down, obviously, but I'm in my boxers. But yeah, it's a 2X. 2X right here. I'm 5'11", well 6 foot. You know what I mean? So, and this is a 2X. So I'm 5'11", 205. So this just goes to show you the fit right here. Who said something? Appreciate my take on it. Okay. No problem. 154 Angel, what's happening? I'm 39, but I don't look my age at all. Oh, okay. She said we cousins. You gonna have to hit me on social media if we cousins. I gotta see if we related then. I hear you, man. I'm gonna put the link up, man. When cause I had this revised, so I actually got the added some more stuff on it, and I got somebody working on another one. So once I get the final one up there, then I go ahead and put the link up for it for the store. You know what I mean? That way everybody can order them or whatever. Cause I'm gonna be putting out more shirts other than this. He says there are love connections. There's always love connections in the chat. But yeah. Yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Add me on social media if you haven't yet. The link is in the description. You know what I mean? Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead and hit that like button. Like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that add button. You know, check out my my books on Amazon if you haven't gotten your copy yet. What are you waiting for less than the price of Virginia bacon cheeseburger? You can have that. throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom while you're at it. If you got any questions, feel free to email me. Or any topics you'd like me to discuss, email me those as well. You know, we covered some good stuff tonight. I didn't expect to talk this long. I didn't know. I was just winging it when I jumped on here. You know, just to see what was up. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, Deborah. Deborah always showing support. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I got your email, man. I thought about it twice after I read it. You know, I saw that guy's profile you talking about, man. I email you back. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate the super chat from Miss Deborah Keon. I guess I said that right that time. But yeah, remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. A vision without action is merely a dream. I'll be putting that link up hopefully by the end of the week for the shirts. If y'all feel like it, you know, like I said, I'm putting shirts out for the fellas and the ladies, not just my name promoting on this. I'm putting out, you know, different stuff, like I said. Some simp stuff, some empowerment stuff for the ladies, empowerment stuff for the fellas, some religious stuff for everybody, you know, some motivational stuff, some you know, no more hoes type stuff that's for the for the fellas and the ladies. You know what I mean? Some cool stuff. You know, I got a few ideas, you know, on there. Think y'all will like it. You know what I mean? If y'all like my videos, a lot of the stuff y'all hear me say on here, I'm gonna be putting it on my t-shirts and stuff. You know, how will I be celebrating when I reach 2K? That's another milestone. I'm not too far away right now, huh? I don't know, man. You know, I'll probably do something. Probably go to the beach. I got the beach right out here. I'll probably go to the beach and have a pina colada or something like that. You know. Yeah, appreciate all the support, all the love, all that good stuff, and everybody who be tuning in and who stays coming in the chats on a regular basis and stuff like that. So, you know, let me go ahead and get off here. Peace be upon you all and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'll probably try to do a couple videos after this in my traditional format, because I haven't done those in a while. You know, I've been doing nothing but live streams lately, so I'm gonna try to put out a few. I know y'all were asking me about what's the dude's name? The Price dude, Fred Price or whatever his name is. I'll probably do my little take on that after this and post that up. You know what I mean? So, and probably some other stuff. So, but like I said, if y'all got anything y'all like me to talk about, go ahead and email me. Links is in the description, all that good stuff. So, I will see you guys later. Peace be upon you all and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'm out of there. I hear you. We'll have a drink, you know, while we out there, you know, that pina colada. So I'll catch you guys later. I'm out.